Hello, goodbye, and hello again. Welcome back to Drifter Carbon TCG. Today, I got the Trainer's Toolkit 2024 in the mail from Pokemon Center. So we're going to be opening this up. I will be showing off all of the cards that you're guaranteed to get in this, as well as the accessories and so forth. Let's take a look at the box first. It says, Trainer's Toolkit. The Pokemon TCG Trainer's Toolkit includes more than 60 useful cards to power up your decks, dozens of trainer cards, 4 special energy cards, 6 Pokemon, including 2 copies of Squawkabilly EX. That's one of the big selling points of this, is everybody wants those Squawkabillies. 4 Pokemon TCG booster packs, 65 card sleeves, a deck builder's guide, 6 damage counter dice, 1 competition legal coin flip die, 2 condition markers, and a code for Pokemon TCG Live. So yeah, this is it's got, you know, some of the premium accessories in here as well, which is nice. Always nice to see. On the back it says, that's upside down from this perspective. There we go. Everything you need to build a powerful deck. Turn your card collection into playable, fun, and competitive Pokemon trading card game decks. Inside this box, you'll find a plethora of trainer cards and special energy cards, plus a deck builder's guide. Okay, we kind of already read all of this sort of stuff on the other side, but you can read that for yourself if you're interested. Lots of warnings there, small parts, and then it's in a bunch of languages. Okay. All right, anyway. Oh yes, if you want to learn how to play the, or if you want to learn about play levels, you can scan that QR code, or somewhere on here, where was it? Here we go, yes, there's another QR code for you if you're interested. Anyway, all right, let's get into this. So I'm going to, I guess, well, what's the best way to get into this? I've not opened a plastic wrap like this in a while. There we go. That should be sufficient, I should think. And this box has a sleeve on it. The thing that's got Squawkabilly on it is actually just a like paper cover of the actual box. Here we go. All right, set that off to the side. So here's the actual box, Trainer's Toolkit, so on and so forth. And what's the best way to open it? It has Squawkabilly on the back. It doesn't have him on the front, but I think it opens like this. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so in here we have dice. Very nice. I think these are a little easier to read than the ones that came in my the big box of 151 booster packs, you know. Yeah, so that's those. Always nice to have extras of those. Got your poison and burn markers here. I think you can just flip cards like to the side or whatever to indicate that they have a status condition, but then you're having to keep track of what means what. We have 4 booster packs here. It's a Stellar Crown. Orientate this right. Stellar Crown, Twilight Masquerade, and Temporal Forces. So I've not opened any Stellar Crown yet or Temporal Forces yet, so that's nice to have. Some variety, some different cards. I'll be opening those over the next couple of months. I've still got some 151 to open as well. There's the Trainer's Toolkit deck building guide. You know, should have some interesting tips for building a deck. But the main attraction here. Oh, hold on. Take this card out. Set that over to the side. That's the Pokemon Live card. There's the deck of cards, the trainer cards and Pokemon cards that are the main reason that people are buying this kit. There's also, the box is pretty nice. You know, I can use that to hold a deck and some extra stuff. Set the box off to the side, and some sleeves. I've not used any of the official branded Pokemon sleeves yet, but I imagine they're better than the penny sleeves I've been using. 65 of them, 65 sleeves. So that's enough for a deck and a few spares. All right, let's get into the Pokemon cards themselves. This is why we're here. How to get into this? From the top, I guess. Watch as Tom struggles to open a package of cards for 10 minutes. You won't believe how long it takes him to get into the Pokemon cards. There we go. Okay, we're getting there. Almost out. I'm trying not to fingerprint the Squawkabilly card, if I can avoid it. Okay, here we go. Let's start with this. Oh, stuff's falling over. That's what I get for stacking things. Let's like split this in half so that it's easier to work with. Set these over here for now. We'll come back to those later. For now, we have Squawkabilly EX, who has 160 HP. It is a colorless card. Knows Squawk and Seize. Once during your first turn, you may discard your hand and draw 6 cards. You can't use more than one Squawk and Seize ability during your turn. And Motivate. Attach up to 2 basic energy cards from your discard pile to one of your benched Pokemon. So, only on your first turn you can discard your hand and draw 6 cards, which if you can manage to get this into your hand and on the first turn, then that's great. That's I've heard on videos and whatnot that is a highly sought after and desired card. There only seems to be one of them. Wasn't there supposed to be 2 of these? How many of these were there supposed to be? Maybe there's another one in here, or maybe they're stuck together. Okay, that's what's going on. I see. All right, so yes, 2 Squawkabilly EX. Put these here. We have Boss's Orders, one of the most used trainer cards right now. Switch out one of your opponent's benched Pokemon to the active spot, and you, as the user of the card, get to decide which Pokemon goes into the slot, so into the active spot. So that's how you can attack specific Pokemon that your opponent has on the bench. Professor Sada's Vitality is an ancient card, a trainer card, a supporter card. Choose up to 2 of your ancient Pokemon and attach a basic energy card from your discard pile to each of them. If you attach any energy in this way, draw 3 cards. Very good if you're using ancient Pokemon. Professor Tutor's Scenario. Look at this cool looking character here. This guy's from Scarlet and Violet, I assume. Put one of your Pokemon into into your hand. Discard all cards attached to that Pokemon. So this is a way if one of your big Pokemon gets severely damaged, you can kind of put it back into your hand in order to heal it, and then just put it back on your bench again. So very, very useful as well. Ultra Ball, a classic. You can use this card only if you discard 2 other cards from your hand, search your deck for a Pokemon, reveal it, and put it into your hand, then shuffle your deck. One of the best ways to get specific Pokemon, especially like evolution Pokemon. Buddy Buddy Poffin. Search your deck for up to 2 basic Pokemon with 70 HP or less and put them onto your bench, then shuffle your deck. We have, was that 1 Buddy Buddy Poffin or 2 Buddy Buddy Poffins? Just 1? Okay. And 1 Ultra Ball. All right, maybe there's extra copies of some of these cards later in the deck. Nest Ball, search your deck for a basic Pokemon and put it onto your bench, then shuffle your deck. That's how you get basic Pokemon into your hand, or onto your bench, rather. Iono, each player shuffles their hand and puts it on the bottom of their deck. If the player put any cards at the bottom of their deck in this way, each player draws a card for each of their remaining prize cards. So that's good if you're behind. If your opponent is currently winning. Come on. Move along now. Switch. Everybody needs some switch cards sometimes. Switch your active Pokemon with one of your benched Pokemon without having to pay its retreat cost, which is good. Rare Candy. Choose one of your basic Pokemon in play. If you have a stage 2 card in your hand that evolves from that Pokemon, put this card onto your basic Pokemon to evolve it, skipping stage 1. You can't use this card during your first turn or on a basic Pokemon that was put into play this turn. So this is another very versatile and useful card if you use lots of stage 2 Pokemon. It's even possible to just like not have a stage 1 in your deck and just skip right to stage 2 that way, if you manage to draw your rare candy in time. Electric Generator, very good for electric decks. Look at the top 5 cards of your deck and attach up to 2 basic energy cards you find there to your bench electric Pokemon in any way you like. Shuffle the other cards back into your deck. So that's a good way to get some energy going if you have electric Pokemon. I'm going to put that in my Zapdos deck, I guess. Earthen Vessel. You can use this card only if you discard another card from your hand. Search your deck for up to 2 basic energy cards, reveal them, and put them into your hand, then shuffle your deck. Another good way to get energy. Counter Catcher. You can use this card only if you have more prize cards remaining than your opponent. Switch in one of your opponent's benched Pokemon to the active spot. So that's another good one if you're behind. But some decks, some strategies, you want to wait to get all of your prize cards till the end or whatever, or at least, you want to seem like you're behind. Lana's Aid, put up to 3 in any combination of Pokemon that don't have a rule box and basic energy cards from your discard pile into your hand. So Pokemon EX and Pokemon V have rule boxes, but anything else is valid. And that's any Pokemon that you have in your discard pile that doesn't have a rule box can be put back into your deck that way, which is very good. Oh, into your hand, actually, that's even better. So, Rescue Board. The retreat cost of this the Pokemon this card is attached to is 1 colorless less. If that Pokemon's remaining HP is 30 or less, it has no retreat cost. So, another good strategy for getting injured Pokemon out of harm's way. Explorer's Guidance, another ancient card. Look at the top 6 cards of your deck and put 2 of them into your hand, discard the other cards. So that one doesn't require you to be using an ancient deck. It just is an ancient card because some cards synergize with, only affect ancient cards. We have Arven. Search your deck for an item card and a Pokemon tool card. Reveal them and put them into your hand, then shuffle your deck. Here we have another Pokemon card. Tatsugiri. Attract customers. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon is in the active spot, you may look at the top 6 cards of your deck. Reveal a supporter card you find there and put it into your hand. Shuffle the other cards back into your deck. And it also knows Surf for 50 damage, but it requires Fire and Water. So you're mostly going to be using this for the Attract Customers ability. So yeah, that's a good way to get supporters going. Excuse me. We have Ditto. Transformative Start. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon is in the active spot, you may search your deck and choose a basic Pokemon you find there, except any Ditto. If you do, discard this Pokemon and all attached cards and put the chosen Pokemon in its place. Then shuffle your deck. So that's another way to get specific Pokemon going on your first turn, if you happen to draw Ditto first. Otherwise, I guess if it's not your first turn, then you just don't play Ditto, I would imagine. Techno Radar is a future card. You can use this card only if you discard another card from your hand, search your deck for up to 2 future Pokemon. What does it say? Reveal them and put them into your hand, then shuffle your deck. Okay, another one with limited usage, since it's only usable if you're doing a lot of future Pokemon. Superior Energy Retrieval. You can use this card only if you discard 2 other cards from your hand. Put up to 4 basic energy from your discard pile into your hand. You can't choose a card you discarded with the effect of this card. Yeah, I suppose that would be an interesting loophole. Oh, what's this on the table? Oh, that's a tiny piece of plastic. No worries. There's just something shiny all of a sudden. We have Jet Energy. As long as this card is attached to a Pokemon, it provides colorless energy. When you attach this card from your hand to one of your benched Pokemon, switch that Pokemon to your active Pokemon. So that's kind of like a switch card, but you're switching out the Pokemon that you're attaching it to instead. So, that's one of our special energies for the set. Bug Catching Set. Look at the top 7 cards of your deck. You may reveal up to 2 in any combination of grass Pokemon and basic grass energy cards you find there and put them into your hand. Shuffle the other cards back into your deck. Useful if you've got a grass deck. Technical Machine Evolution. This Pokemon, the Pokemon this card is attached to can use the attack on this card. You still need the necessary energy to use this attack. If the card is attached to one of your Pokemon, discard it at the end of your turn. Hold on. Okay, discard the Technical Machine Evolution card. And this gives you the attack evolution. Choose up to 2 of your benched Pokemon. For each of these Pokemon, search your deck for a card that evolves from that Pokemon and put it onto this Pokemon, onto that Pokemon to evolve it. Then shuffle your deck. Okay. So that could come in handy. Once again, if you're trying to evolve multiple Pokemon at once. Enhanced Hammer. Discard a special energy from one of your opponent's Pokemon. Good if your opponent is using special energy, not so much if they're not. Super Rod. Shuffle up to 3 in any combination of Pokemon and basic energy cards from your discard pile into your deck. This is a very useful card. Pretty much any deck could benefit from having at least one of these. I'm only seeing one of them so far. Reversal Energy, another special energy card. As long as this card is attached to a Pokemon, it provides colorless energy. If you have more prize cards remaining than your opponent, and if this card is attached to an evolution Pokemon that doesn't have a rule box, this card provides every type of energy, but only provides 3 at a time. So that's, it's not just a colorless energy if you meet the restrictions. That can be any type of energy times 3. So that's a good way to power up a non-EX Pokemon. Future Booster Energy Capsule. The future Pokemon this card is attached to has no retreat cost, and the attacks it uses do 20 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. So very useful, once again, if you're running a future deck. which I guess since I have so many future cards now, I should look into setting one of those up at some point. I guess I could use that in a deck with Miraidon, but Professor's Research, discard your hand and draw 7 cards. Very useful. Hold on. We have Ancient Energy Capsule, another ancient card. The ancient Pokemon this card is attached to gets plus 60 HP, recovers from all special conditions, and can't be affected by any special condition. Some of these are very niche cards, because if you're not playing specific ancient Pokemon based decks, then they're not terribly useful. Discard your hand and draw 7 cards. Once again, for Professor's Research, this is just a different professor here. Another Iono. So there's 2 of those so far. I think there's only a maximum of 2 of any of the cards in this set. So if you're looking for a complete four card set of any of these things, you'd have to buy 2 of the boxes, because of course you would. Enhanced Hammer again. Technical Machine Evolution. Okay, Ditto. Jet Energy. Here's our second Tatsugiri. So here's another Switch. The rest of these might be just copies of things we already have. Professor Turo's Scenario, Rescue Board, Buddy Buddy Poffin, Lana's Aid, Counter Catcher, Techno Radar, Boss's Orders. There's our second Boss's Orders. There are 2 of them in here. That's good. There were a couple of cards that there's only 1, though. Superior Energy Retrieval, second Earthen Vessel, another Rare Candy, Electric Generator, Bug Catching Set. Did we already look at an Explorer's Guidance? Yes, we did. Okay. So we did, right? Look at the top 6 cards of your deck and put 2 of them into your hand, discard the other cards. I think we already looked at that. Ultra Ball, looked at so many cards today that it all becomes a blur. Reversal Energy, Professor Sada's Vitality, Nest Ball, and Arvin. So those were the trainer and Pokemon cards that come with this set. Okay, hope you enjoyed this. Hope this helped you decide whether you wanted to get this. You can get it from Pokemon Center, and you might be able to find it at your your local card shop or whatever. I don't know if where all they sell them, but yeah, Squawkabilly EX is definitely the coolest Pokemon that comes with this. They're already kind of developing a bit of a warp right off the bat because it's a full holo card. Always very frustrating how that happens. All right, well, thanks for joining me. If you haven't already, please subscribe. I will be opening the packs that came with this very soon, and I have other packs to open as well. Still got a Paldea Evolved and a few 151. So please leave a like if you enjoyed this, if this was helpful to you. I think that this is overall a good value for what you're getting. And it's a good way to get a bunch of trainer cards all at once, because I had been struggling to find enough trainer cards to put together a deck from scratch. But I should have everything that I need now to do that. I might want to buy a couple extra copies of some of the basic cards. But yeah, so thanks for joining me, and I'll catch you next time. Peace. Thank you. Please like, subscribe, and share. Drifter Garden was filmed at